Alrighty, we are gonna get started here. Ooh, welcome in everybody. Welcome in everybody. Welcome in Brushy. Which team are you supporting? Obviously the Seahawks. Come on, guys. We are gonna have a big game tomorrow, and we're gonna. It's probably gonna be more hype than the Super Bowl the next week, to be honest. It'll be big. But yes, it is. You're right. It is American football. Tomorrow, the Seattle Seahawks are going to play the LA Rams. Um, in what is probably the most anticipated matchup in the NFL season. Basically, the NFL's number one ranked offense versus its number one ranked defense. So it will be a really wild ride. I hope Seahawks lose. Go ahead. What is this? What is this, Brushy? Lurk, thanks for the lurk, Bane. Welcome in, welcome in. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. The Seahawks are coming off of a really big win against the San Francisco 49ers last week. Um, completely blew them out of the water 41-6. But the Rams are going to be a pretty tough opponent, so we'll see. We'll see. It'll be a great game, win or lose. It's going to be a really close and exciting game. At least that's what I hope it will be. Um, so that will be fun. You're a Seattle fanboy. I was snacking. Hey, nice snacks. They were yeah, I think the last time they got to the Super Bowl was like in 2013, 2014. So it's been some time coming. They've had like a really bad couple of years where did barely or didn't even make it to the playoffs, and I think they changed their hit. We had a new head coach start 2024 season, and since then it's just been on the up and up. So that's been pretty cool. Big comeback arc. Well, more like a, no, I wouldn't say comeback arc, more like a maybe like a homecoming kind of thing. The team has always been good. They've just never really delivered results until we had a new, like football is a lot about the coaching and the strategy, right? Like a lot more than typically like other sports are, from what you know. Like the coaching aspect of it is like a huge part, because the coach basically calls the plays and what happens in the game. So 2013 is a long time ago. Yeah, it is a long time ago. So it's really like a almost like a Columbina's Welkin Moon Homecoming. um, Also, I think Minsleeve also did come out with a new lore video that I only watched halfway. She had some like interesting insights. Question mark? I mean, just like how Columbina's coming home. She took a long time to come home. She had to like go all the way back into the past. 2013 is a long time ago though. I watched Min's like a few times. Yeah, yeah. She came out with another interesting lore video. I think based on like the latest art conquest. Hoyo also finally posted all of the cutscenes. I got my video up as well on the YouTube channel. It's man, I just like have to go back and keep rewatching that cutscene, like the ending cutscene, because it's just too epic, way too epic, crazy epic. Um, I don't know, all like kind of like I kind of wish like Genshin would have won Player's Choice, because then I would have bought Columbina, but I guess not. I guess not. Um, there's a new book that came out that I gotta read. Some people talking about it, so I want to form my own opinion but then theorize my own. There's a new book already? Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna probably have to explore more of the world, the world quest area. haven't even started. Um, but like the new island, I'm gonna start exploring it today. Probably get on the world quest. I have to be a little bit careful about not starting any voiced ones. But if I start a voice one, if we're about to start a voice one, just let me know. I will switch over to the Japanese. Genshin is not winning any awards anymore aside from the soundtrack at this point. That's kind of true. That is kind of true. Which is why I took the bet, right? Because I wasn't expecting them to win. Yeah, I found out about the books from achievements. Oh, okay. Although I would say like it's a lot closer than like I thought it was gonna be. Like because Claire Obscura was on that player's choice list and they did not win, and I thought they were gonna win. So, but I didn't expect Wu to sort of just come in and like kick Genshin out of the way. There, I guess Wu is still popular. I thought you don't do full JV world quests. Only if it's voice. So like, I think there are like voiced meeting point quests, right? So I have those up, and like, I'm just making sure I don't like run into them. Or if I'm about to run into them, I'll just switch to the Japanese. I think the meeting point, like little, I wouldn't not really quests, but like the little segments, those are voiced, if I'm not mistaken. We were paid to win it, I'm sure. It's player's choice though, so it's like it's mostly votes. But I guess like most people just don't even bother voting, I guess. I don't know, I feel like the Genshin player base is like bigger than the WoW's player base. For sure, so if everybody like actually voted, we probably would have won, but most Genshin players are way too casual for that. Or the Chronicles or whatever, yeah, the Chronicles. I think there's a I read, I think there was a Varka, Nicole, and a Muga Chronicle, if I'm not mistaken. So that'll be fun. I'm most excited for the Nicole one, obviously, since I'm gonna be C6ing her, question mark. Yeah, Genshin still has a way bigger player base. Yeah, that's what I feel too, like, Genshin should have a much bigger player base, but most people just probably couldn't be bothered to vote for it. On player choice, or maybe they decided to vote for something else instead. I will say like most Genshin players at this point probably have a bit of a love-hate relationship with the game. Like playing just because like story and music and art and like exploration is good, but not so much because they love any of the other like power creepy gacha elements. So I definitely feel like there's a bit of a hey, I play this game, but not necessarily I'm gonna like support it wholeheartedly. And not necessarily it's gonna be my favorite game, which, right, like, even for me, like, Genshin, I wouldn't consider, like, Genshin is the game I play most often, and probably spend the most time on, maybe, but I wouldn't consider it my favorite game by a long shot, so. Who has 632 viewers, Genshin is 4.8k, yes, that does translate to a bigger player base. Oh, is that like Twitch stats? Like Twitch tells you like how many people are watching like certain WoW streams and Genshin streams at this time? That's a nice way to look at it. Although, although, like I think in numbers terms, both of those numbers are not very high. Like, yeah, 4,800 players is like probably like a sliver of the player base if you think about it. That's like most people who are like playing Genshin don't even touch Twitch. I thought WoW will be half, I guess not. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like when it comes to like popularity and stuff, like things drop off very quickly after like the top popular game. Um, but it's actually like very natural. Um, how do we call it? Like there's this theory called I don't know, was it called chaos theory or something? But basically like um when things when it comes to like macro phenomena and events, when things like bunch up together, which is kind of like a popularity thing, like it's it's sort of the law that governs uh a lot of random things like forest fires, stock markets, uh and things like popularity, memes, how well they like gain traction and all that. Um, typically like there's one or two like really big ones, and then like it starts to fall off like really quickly, and that's because like the explosive nature of things can only occur like once in a while, kind of thing. And it actually happens a lot in nature as well. At least it's not Honkai Impact 3. 27 viewers, kick W. Honkai Impact 3rd. Yeah. I mean, part of it is also like I want to say like not every game that's good is necessarily streamable, right? So like there are definitely games that I think are probably more streamable than others, and Genshin is generally not a very streamable game, I would say. There's still a lot of Genshin streamers, don't get me wrong, but like as far as like engaging with chat and like you know um interacting with your viewers and stuff, like I feel like Genshin as a game is um not quite not quite not quite great at that, to put it lightly. Logarithmic decay, yeah, exactly. And logarithmic decay and exponential increase as well, so it works both ways. Even the new game AR Knights and field viewers are dropping off in the game days ago. Ain't no way. I didn't even know this game was coming out. I guess I might have saw ads on like Google Play, but that's the extent of it. Um, AR Arc Knights. Is it AR Knights or Arc Knights? I don't even know. You can tell I don't play this game. Wasn't it like? Is this like the second season of it or something? I thought it was. I thought it came out sometime a couple years ago. Arc Knights. I know it's also like the anime style type of gacha game, right? I don't know if it's a gacha game, but that was my impression of it when people were talking about it like a couple years ago. It's a sequel or spin-off, I don't know. Ah, I see, I see. Apparently it's connected. Well? Oh, that's one thing that reminds me. The I think in that Minsley video that I was watching, she basically also shared my confirmations that indeed Tebat is flat. It's not flat, sorry. Tebat is indeed not flat, even though many historical sources in Tebat have pointed to, you know, maybe Tebat is flat and its nature, but then the moment you come out into the false sky, nope, it's not flat at all. It's clearly a sphere. Which I think is actually pretty cool, like the way that they did it, because that is essentially how people on Earth realized that the Earth was, well, not exactly, but like it kind of fits the theme, right? Like there are really good reasons why back in the day people thought the Earth was flat, and a lot of people, you know, wrote in ways and cultural expressions in ways that assumes the Earth was flat and spoke about things as if the Earth was flat, and then all of a sudden everyone realizes, hey, actually that's not the case. So it kind of fits. It kind of fits culturally that the people of Tibet can think it's flat, but like it's actually not. I was always thought it was a sphere, but the full sphere was domed off. The domed part was Tibet, and the rest was the dark sea. Yeah, but with that zoom out though, like it definitely didn't look like that anymore, right? Like, um, I guess we'll still have to see like the other side of Tibet a little bit, but from what we can tell, like from that picture, like clearly, like even the region of Tibet that we can explore does sort of wrap around quite a bit. You know, at least one full like hemisphere of that. Um, and so maybe there's a whole another half of Tibet to explore. Um, and we don't know if that's completely domed off or walled off, but either way, it's still a sphere. Whether or not the other half has been like corrupted by the abyss, or if the abyssal, actually even if it were corrupted by the abyss, it would still be sort of like a part of Teyvat, just the corrupted part, right? So we'll see. I hopefully we'll get a bit more lore when we like visit Alice and like see what they've been doing up in the borders of Teyvat. I think that would be fun. Also, yeah, even though like we kind of know like through like the map, like like how Inazuma, Mondstadt, and Lyria are Northlander billets, and then Fontaine and Sumeru are Midlander billets, and then Natlan and Nod-Krai are like borderland billets, I guess. Because like we know this direction that like we get the sense that this was like used to be the north, but even in game like Arlecchino still refers to like this as north, this actual north direction is north here. When she's talking about like Nod-Krai and with Snezhnaya being up the north, so we know that Snezhnaya is gonna be. We also know that this little spot here is the only path from Nod-Krai to Snezhnaya. So we know that Snezhnaya is gonna be probably gonna be here this entire stretch, and probably cutting into like Fontaine a little bit here. Although it's unlikely that it will expand all the way here. I feel like some of this is gonna be C as well. Yeah. But I think at this point, yeah, we're going to be pretty excited for Snezhnaya. It's going to be obviously a couple more months. But we are going to get Sabritza at some point, which will be exciting. The Teyvat we see from the moon puts Snezhnaya on the North Pole. That also means the backside of Teyvat is vastly unknown to us. Yeah, not at this time that we'll know what is on the other side of Teyvat. Might not actually be anything there. Maybe parts of where the Lost Kingdom of Canriel fell into. I know it's technically underground, but maybe you just dig underground enough, you get to the other side of the hemisphere, right? So, man, I've been spot on in my guesses of geography so far. Very nice, very nice. I will say though, the current Teyvat map, right, like, is super weirdly shaped. So like, in fact, it's so weirdly shaped you would think somebody gerrymandered these boundaries. So hopefully we get to fill in some of these spots. Like what is this? What is this? Right? What in the world is this weird chicken head coming out of Nod-Krai? Like, Koyo, just give us like roundish boundaries and not like random squiggles. At some point we'll get all of Teyvat, I think. And I think to there's a really good chance too, right? That like after this the North Island of Nod-Krai, I don't know what you call this island. I haven't explored it yet. But after we explore like this area, like they might go back and add like fill in some of the other spots in the regions. Because I think this is probably the extent of Nod-Krai, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe there's a summer event area. I don't know, they might do that again. But I feel like this is pretty much the extent of Nod-Krai that we're gonna see. I might be wrong, just based on the Blue Nod-Krai account. People have probably explored it more, will know better, but my guess is there's not much more to Nod-Krai, and like they're gonna focus on expansions of the other regions to come next. So that'll be nice. Want to get Dornman Port, the Blackcliff Forge in Liyue. There's probably a little area in Sumeru that we haven't explored yet. I think Inazuma is pretty much fully explored. Doorman Port, yeah, exactly. And there are parts of Fontaine too that, I mean, Fontaine actually on the map looks really small. It was just big because there was like a lot of underwater regions that we were able to explore. But I feel like Fontaine might have an expansion as well. That cave is mostly underground. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about that. There's definitely like a bit of an overground area that exists, but it might actually just be mostly underground. But we'll see. They kind of have relied on the underground a bit more, to expand the exploration space quite a bit. Like the chasm was a huge one. Imagine if the chasm only had upper chasm, it probably wouldn't have been as big. But because the chasm had like what is 3 different levels of like going deeper and deeper, really able to use that 3D space to the fullest extent there. Yeah, the guy on YouTube is something about a mountain region being added to Fontaine. Ooh, okay, a nail being there. The nail? Isn't the nail in the chasm? Oh, sorry, Fontaine. You meant Fontaine, sorry. I read that wrong. Mountain region. Oh, yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool to see. Yeah, because we have nails everywhere except Fontaine. And you know, like going back to like that sort of like that schematic diagram of the seal, the seal of a chemical marriage or something, right? It is kind of possible that the nails either right now already are, or maybe at some point in the future will be arranged in a pattern to form those seals. Um, I don't know whether it's going to be the same world formula or some other sort of alchemical like array that Albedo can like help with. But we're probably going to the nails are probably going to be a really key part of the lore coming up here. It makes the most sense too, as Ikjira was being all blasphemous and stuff over there. That makes sense. Heavenly Principle not happy with that. Um, I think there's also been some new theories about Paimon's identity now that we have a bit more like lore from the what was it, the Traveler's outfit had some lore. So if you look at the outfit lore, it had journeyed through countless worlds and endless distances, surveying every kind of terrain and getting from the skies into different colors. This might sound romantic, but really the matter was closer to torture than adventure. It was also picture a scene of these twins standing under the radiant sky, their eyes shining as they watched the stars and the many moons above. But immediately disconnected with its idea association module, a sky with only such colors meant that the atmosphere was unfit for life. After witnessing such vistas hundreds of times, there was no longer a need to be moved by them. It did not wait to summon on thin travelers, instead it carried the weight of exile and journey so long that the numbers had lost their meaning. I don't think we'll see a physicalized seal. The one in Fortune was just an Nod-Krai order trying to utilize it. Yeah, maybe not the same one. Maybe, but I do feel like the positions of the nails are not probably not going to be a coincidence. Um, there's probably like some pattern that they were dropped into the butt, and um, maybe it's gonna be like used in one of like anatomical arrays. So we'll see. The fine detail of lithosphere, atmosphere, and biosphere ultimately mattered little. What does it mean by idea association module? HP sounding like a robot or AI. Yeah, it's true. Like, what is this? Probably just bad translation, to be honest. But like brain idea association module is like a brain, right? Reshaping terrain, adjusting the area, building an ecosystem. Your simple task for a pioneer vessel meant to bear the spark of civilization. A star's position, distance, or its lifespan might pose a minor challenge, even those had solutions. True difficulty lay in finding a world with potential. Not that destruction will catch up too soon. So they were like finding a new world, it sounds like. You don't talk about a living being like that. Even Newbie said Heavenly Principles had their functions ruined. Ooh. So you think like Heavenly Principles is an AI? Let's go. Created by, or maybe it's more like Heavenly Principles was the AI that was left behind after that war. The true difficulty lay in a world with potential. Without that, destruction will catch up all too soon. It was a trivial matter in the span of a long voyage. The planet already passed. They passed was never a destination. Never a destination. Since the star had already entered its twilight. Oh, it is about to die. The biosphere and atmosphere had been destroyed. Surface had nothing but cool masses of molten rocks. Supernova caused the devastation. For several weeks or months, intense heat had marked the star's final brilliance, so that's the star exploding. It had been reduced to a cold dim dwarf. Ran a quick calculation of when the event occurred. What a coincidence. Radiation trapped in the planet's crust indicated that supernova had erupted the very year the twins were born. Born from supernova. Naturally, two events had nothing to do with each other. Scam, that sounds sus. Obviously, it has everything to do with each other. No one would ever celebrate their birth by burying an entire world with it. Such levels of extravagance and cruelty simply did not exist. Interstellar travel is dangerous after all. Supernova 5 or 6 lives could damage the genetic vault. And perhaps the twins as well. This is actually true because like supernova actually causes like gravitational waves that affects the entire universe. It immediately modifies the garments in the wardrobe. Upgrading that material is better suited for interstellar travel, let them over the stasis spots. Gesture might not amount to much, but it offered a quiet kind of comfort. Huh. It immediately modified the garments. It. Not a person, it. Within their slumber, the twins were granted new refuge and so continued the journey with countless lands and stones, numberless atmospheres and skies. Created by the traveler. Maybe that's why the ship passed by Tivat ages ago. Yeah, I this passing by thing is probably gonna come up a little bit. Like if they just passed by, would it have been possible for travelers to just like drive by and jump down into Tevat? Or I mean like the sibling at least. Or something must have happened during that passing by. Maybe it was not really a passing by, it actually landed, but some memory, some way of like how they altered the reality made it seem like it was recorded as passing by when they actually did land, or something happened. They also said the logs, the logs of the ship were a bit like corrupted after that or something. So the twins were from a supernova. Well, according to this text, the twins were born at the same time as the supernova, but it allegedly says that they had nothing to do with the supernova, which just sounds kind of sus. Apparently, they were born at the same time as supernova, but it was just a coincidence. Sounds sus. Sounds sussy to me. That kind of sounds sussy to me. Supernova is always sort of like signified sort of like a rebirth, right? Typically, it's not a twin being reborn though, not like a set of twins being reborn. But it could be one being reborn into two different beings. That could be something that happened. So that would be interesting actually. Imagine if the traveler and the sibling were actually like one entity before. People like to use that trope a lot, like two people, they're incomplete when they're separate, but like when they're together, that's their original form. And the twins kind of get at that a little bit, right? Because the twin traveler, like twins being of the same genetic code, two of one basically. I don't know how to interpret your new offer. All I answered there was intergalactic drip. I think it does confirm that there's sort of like like an AI sort of controlling the ship or something, is what I think people are saying. Because like it had journeyed, right? And then it had pictured a scene like this. It did not wake the slumbering twin travelers. Instead, it carried the weight of an exile on a long journey. It here basically is talking about the ship, right? And it immediately modified the garments. It could just be the ship, right? The ship itself has I don't want to say sentience, but like it has some kind of like at least ability to like do things on its own. So it's hinting a little bit at that. I still wish we could actually have gone into the ship though and seen what's up. that was kind of missing in the whole quest line. It would have been really nice if we actually had that. I think there's like people theorizing that Paimon could be the manifestation of the ship, which is why the ship is like powered down or something. We don't really know that yet though. So, but it does help. But that does point to though that Paimon's probably not like some evil, not probably not like one of the shades or like some other weird entity that's gonna be like the final boss at some point. Which would make more sense. Like Paimon probably just some entity like a bit more closely related to the travelers and their lore, rather than like a part of Tevat's lore. If that makes sense. I think that kind of makes sense to me. Like if she's like maybe part of the ship or the ship's whatever was left over of the ship's AI formed Paimon, then that kind of makes sense. That would make sense to me. Could Heavenly Princess just really be a rogue AI? Would it rogue? Really? Would it be a rogue AI? Why would it be rogue though? Like I understand the AI part. Like Heavenly Principles was an AI, but why would it have been a rogue AI? The when the Moon Goddesses talked about Heavenly Principles, they I mean that they definitely didn't talk about them like they were well, they probably also didn't refer to them as the Heavenly Principles, so it might be like different things. The progenitor of the Heavenly Principles, at least, seemed human, not human, but like a being, not an AI. Heavenly Principles itself, though, may still be an AI, even if the one that created it was not necessarily an AI. Stopped us from leaving, only trapped one of us, clearly has a plan for us that is enacting through the shades. Wasn't it Asmodai who stopped us from leaving? I mean, yeah, I guess like under the maybe under the command of the Heavenly Principles. But no, that part is still like really unclear to me. Like it's because first of all they don't I don't even think any part of that has ever been explained. Asmodai could be acting on her own too, but we don't know that yet. Yeah, but I feel like none of that opening sequence has even been like they've even bothered trying to talk about it in any part of the lore. Right? Beyond A, Asmodai is missing now. Wait, what? Asmodai was missing because maybe she did it on her own, or question mark? Maybe she did that and then regretted her actions and now she's missing. So nobody really knows right now. So I don't know. Like I feel like it's hard. And I don't even know if like what we saw at the start of the game actually happened, if it was even real, right? It could all have just been a like a like a false memory. Since like none of that has been confirmed with any other like, you know, actual evidence of what something that happened. It's hard to say, and they've never really addressed it either in the story. I mean, she stalked us where we met our sibling with the ship key. Asmodai stalked us, or you mean? Oh, you mean like during the when like there was like the cataclysm blocks? Is that what you're saying? Did she talk to us in that scene with the that derivative quest? I don't think so. I don't think Asmodai appeared there. Do you remember the red stuff appearing? Yeah, there was like red stuff, but just because there's red stuff doesn't mean like Asmodai is there and like watching. Unless she like said, did she just say something in that scene? I don't think so, right? I don't believe the red split gate. Did she say something in that scene? I don't remember. It's been a while. She might have spoken to the traveler sibling, if I'm not mistaken. I have to go back and watch that one though. Oh, she didn't say anything, but she was present. But that was also like a while ago in the timeline, right? I think they explained that scene as sort of a replaying of events of the Cataclysm. I'm surprised you forgot that. It's been a while. It's been a while. I have to go back and watch the YouTube videos. But that's what my YouTube videos are for, right? So I can go back and watch that. I don't remember her saying anything though, which is why like um which is why like I don't, it's not really like something I pay attention to. Let me see. If I go back to, it's been a while. It has actually been a while though, that quest. Um so that quest was one to, was it, let's see, Sunspray, Journey Home? No, Space and Time for You. Yeah, 226. It's been like 20 episodes ago. It's during the sibling chatting section. It was a while ago. Like, it was a while ago. All right. So it is entirely fair for me to forget this. This is a while ago. Like, this is a long time ago. When was this? This was 7 months ago, bro. This is like legit 7 months ago. All right. So, and we go all the way to like the yeah, so it's this scene you're talking about, right? Okay, we'll wait for the red gate to appear. He mentioned Istarov here. Maybe she appears at the end a little bit. towards the end of this section. Yeah, I just don't want to miss it because this is a long one. I don't have very precise navigation for like a very long video. Still yapping. Still yapping. Is it this cutscene? Arrow keys? No, my arrow keys. I'm playing the game right now. That's what I'm using my arrow keys for. Is it this cutscene? There's probably this cutscene, right? It wasn't during the talking segment. For game movement. And now he's got the Canria World scrolls. WASD for game movement, bruh. True. I mean, like, my right hand is literally playing the game and no time to WASD here. I mean, no time to, like, up, down, left, right on those keys. Nobody uses those keys, come on. True gamers don't use up, down, left, right. Wait, where is this gate? Bro, did we miss the gate? Bro, did it even help? Let's go back, we missed the gate, there's no gate. What? Where's the gate? Okay, we'll just watch the whole thing. There's no gate. We imagined it. There's no gate. On the Reddit link. I mean, we should be there soon, right? Also, this is like one of those like really bad storytelling segments where like, yeah, I'm gonna find my sibling, but I found him, but nothing happened. Lumin says dot when it appears. Okay, we'll look out for the dots. Henry mentioned dots, dots, dots. They're dots, dots, dots have appeared. Oh, this one? Oh, okay, okay. Oh, it's very brief, bro. Like, this is so brief. I knew it was like, I imagined like a little bit for some some degree. But that's literally it. It was two like it's not even a second. It lasted for like maybe 2 seconds. One, two, yeah, 2 seconds. It lasted for literally 2 seconds, bro. You expected? Yeah, I mean, anyway, I would probably not. Bro, how'd you forget? It lasted for 2 seconds, and it was 7 months ago. What the? How do you expect me to remember something? And okay, to be fair, I actually did remember it. I did have an inkling in somewhere deep in my memory that something like this might have happened in this scene, but I wasn't sure because it lasted for 2 whole seconds, and he didn't even say anything. It was just some dots in the quest. And people have said this. We've confirmed this is Asmodai. Is that what happened? We've basically confirmed this is Asmodai already, bruh. Some people be smoking hard. I'm just saying, like, whoa, whoa, hold up. Not confirmed, but 99%. Yeah, all right. Let's look at Asmodai's Genshin Wiki character mention, and I guess it is Asmodai's portal. Yeah. Oh well. Asmodai's portal seen in space and time without you. All right, Genshin Wiki has confirmed it, so I guess we'll call it. I mean, she uses the same gate in the intro. Bro, who even remembers that intro? That was 5 years ago. More than 5 years ago at this point. It's 5.5 years ago. I have to like literally like rewatch what that is. But I guess based on these screenshots, we do have a confirmation that these are Asmodai's portals. Um, but doesn't that just mean like Asmodai was the one that allowed this space to like exist, rather than like she's like spying on them? You know what I mean? Because Asmodai is a ruler of space, right? And like this was like a weird space time rift thing that basically allowed us to like replay the events of the past. It almost feels like Asmodai had a hand to play in the traveler meeting and like getting the key, rather than like her like spying on us. So that, you know what I mean? Um, like she's sort of like part of this like time loop shenanigans. She's in on this. She's in on this time loop shenanigans. I know like people were saying Istarov, and like Istarov was also mentioned in when the sibling like first came. But I do feel like this one is a bit more space, right? Rather than time. This is more of like the space ruler of space shenanigans. Um and I think, yeah, maybe Asmoda is actually like on our side, question mark. I don't know. So we'll see. A space and time broski, bro. Everybody knows space and time are literally the same thing. Get it right, Kappa. Bro, have you not learned from Columbina? Space and time, literally the same thing. Literally the same thing. That's how gravity works. Gravity is the bending of space time. That's literally what it is. And not even in game. This is like literally in real life. That's what gravity is. It's the bending of space time. And in this case, if you rule space and you rule time, so what you get space time. Easy. But actually, to be fair, they're pretty much the exact same thing. So you have control over space. You don't have to bend the time. You just have to put the space in. You just have to like put the space in a different spot, and it would, just by nature of space time, it would be able to like cross over time boundaries. Same thing you can do with time. So all that to say that Istarov and Asmodai's powers kind of are gonna be like interconnected somehow. So that would be interesting. All right, we are done with artifact runs. So let's go explore. I'm gonna pull out the interactive map, so that means that we can actually. Oh, by the way, do Mini Astra Wonderland test dummy? Wait, why do test dummy? I tried it already. It was very It was very depressing for me. I want to see your numbers. No, it's very depressing. You do not want to see my numbers. I hit 30,000 DPS with my Tinari team, and my Tinari team is like has like the highest. Is my highest damage team. My Tinari Quicken team is my highest damage team, and it is 30k. And I see people like talking about how like certain teams are like 120k, 130k, and the top meta teams are like 150k now, and I'm like, yeah, power creep makes sense to me now. It's because like I can understand why I can't even like get 1 star on the Abyss anymore. It's because I'm doing 4 times less damage. Okay, let's hold up, right? There used to be a time when this amount of damage there used to be a time when this amount of damage could actually get you 36 stars. It was all the way back in Sumeru in version 3.1. It was actually possible with 30k of damage, 30k DPS. So just think about that. Just think about that. We have come to the point where we have basically like your Flint is 250k. Okay, yeah, but basically we've come to the point where like like this is power. This is what power creep means. It's like there's no scenario where it's even possible now. Like it's not even a possible realm of like we used to be like maybe like it was always 75, like maybe we were 75% off the top meta teams, right? Maybe not the top meta, maybe 75% off the minimum needed to clear, right? And then that was like maybe around Sumeru period. In Fontaine we dropped to about 50%. We could only like maybe 33 stars on a good day. And then in that land we dropped to maybe like 30% or like 40% of the top teams of the minimum meta team, right? And then like okay, so on maybe we were lucky we could like 30 star, and now we can't even star it. They've it's gone off the charts, guys. It's gone off the freaking rails. I don't think anyone will fight you for saying it. It's power creep. Yeah, it's just it's not proven, right? We have proven evidence of power creep now, which I think is the most exciting part of this, is actually that we can now prove how much MiHoYo is power creeping mathematically by just, if as long as you like just test any of the new teams and test against any of the old teams, right? You can now actually chart a power creep DPS chart. Dang. And so I can now confidently say, right, if you want to like actually like do like a reasonable DPS, like reasonable team challenge in the Abyss, try doing Abyss at 30k DPS, right? And any other runs are just like, okay, that's not even like, it's not even close. Like it doesn't count because like you have, it doesn't matter what your team is or like what you pull, you just have to like be able to clear it with that minimum amount of DPS, and 30k is not going to hit it. So yeah, now we can clearly say, like, even if you only have 4 star characters or 5 star characters, it's not about what characters you use. It's not about how much you've invested in. It's about the maximum DPS you can hit on that test dummy. And if you can't help people who hit less than you can, then you know that just means that you wailed too hard, or like you basically were lucky enough, or your teams are just catered towards certain abyss and so on. I would like to see someone use the best teams on every version and to see the best DPS to version to version. There'll probably be some creators who like make that at some point. Yeah, I think it will be really interesting to see, in the sense that like it will finally prove it will shut down all the power creep naysayers, right? Essentially, power creep naysayers, and like just completely like Kuzmich. What is all these guys doing here? Okay. Let me go here because I believe we are doing some exploring today. Hello, Puffins. We found. We have common chest. Very good. Well, there's no power creep naysayers since Fontaine. Lan solidified that claim too. Really? There's no naysayers? It's alright. We'll create some and then we will shoot them down. Well, okay, I wouldn't say that there are naysayers. Maybe naysayers is not the right word. Like Hoyo defenders. They're still Hoyo defenders. You know, like like the coral defenders in Enkanomiya? Yeah. There's Hoyo defenders. Bro creating his own demons to fight through. All of Xiao's demons are actually just fake. Just his own demons. But yeah, there's still like the Hoyo defenders being like, people say, oh, power creep, and then there'll be a comment saying like, what do you expect Hoyo to do? Oh, it's a gacha game, haha. Then like, got first time gacha question mark, and I'm like, are we back here again? Do I have to talk at length again about how Genshin would never have taken off if it was only just a gacha game? Uh, so I use AI for some programming stuff. It was interesting. Though you just tell it what to make. Yeah, AI is great at like languages. So and programming is literally just it's literally just figuring out languages. So it would make a lot of sense. Ooh, what is this? Fallow, blighted, and suffused. Are fallow that you are unable to obtain quality from them. Impact objects that are suffused will release a single card wearing energy. When it hits, suffused will release a single Kuvaki card. Also, look at all the hits that I have like completely skipped. Wait, I have too many of these. Wait, maybe I should just clear these. Hold up. Lord of Hidden Depths. Night Soul Transmission. Kunter and Rumi. What is this? Oh, I remember this was a really cute quest. Tatankasaur, okay. Matador, Manatu. Ring of Speed, Pulverite. I think theoretically, you really only need 5 of these, right? Because at any point in time, and I'm probably gonna get 5 of these hits. Asha Speedrun, look at all of these hits. Long Range Assault Mode, what is this? Twilight Cruise, Chroma Fish, Airborne Asha, plants affected by Kulak. I'm nearing the, okay, I still have a lot. Bobik the Super Strong, Moon Lanes. Watch out for strong Kubaki and Var. Oh my gosh, guys, I really have sort of just stashed these, haven't I? Atapetra Conch. Oh wow, there's still more? Things that exist with Kubaki, Marvelous Mandragoras, Lunar Conflux Barrier. Oh. So I need to know this stuff. Springy Flexible Cotton Spring Flowers. Oh, you can throw light objects. Okay. Ooh. Okay, Strange Plant. Gain the ability to deploy a shield and unleash a razor sharp Kubaki light blade. Hold to deploy a shield that can block incoming attacks. Okay, aim, you can switch to horizontal and vertical to target different enemies. Super sharp Spire Blooms, used to do damage to several targets. Can also be charged to fallowed objects. Man, there's too much reading, guys. Looks like I can use more of this. So Solar Core and Nicalix. They can connect to surrounding objects and be accessible to Kubaki. Make use of objects that are suffused to connect to the Kubaki energy extended from Solaris Call to the Nicalix. This can unleash unexpectedly powerful Kubaki energy, clearing nearby abyss corruption. Okay. Due to proximity to the border where ominous and unpredictable seed the abyss will resist both forces that will not cry. Such ominous forces will create area affected by capital decay. Only by clearing the abyssal monsters you can purify. How many primos did I get? 66! We got 66 primos. Look at this. I told you to make an app that takes a video as an input and lets you draw a region of interest and perform OCR on it every frame to read values on the video. It also lets me choose a start and end of the video, then it plots those values against time. Oh, very cool. So it reads like a video, like words on a video essentially. And you're plotting values. Oh, values. So it's like numbers on a video, I guess. If you're saying like it's values, so really it's a video of numbers. Check DM, lol. Bruh. Forcing me to open Discord again. Team DPS. Oh, okay. You're looking at the damage numbers. Okay, I see. So you record the video and like let it plot the team DPS chart. Oh, that's pretty nice. Looks like I did a pretty good job. Flynn's Premium. What's the difference between Flynn's Premium and Flynn's? Is it like Columbina or without Columbina, or what is the what was the difference in those two teams there? Also, it's nice that Flynn's got a big buff. C2 Columbina. Ah, okay, okay. Nice that Flynn's getting a buff thanks to Columbina here. Very nice. 30% DPS increase. That's fair. I think that's pretty good. C2 as compared to C0, is that right? Or Wandering Merchant. This really is terrible. Got any good stuff? Bro, this guy is scamming me. What the heck? Why would you buy? Why would you spend 1,000 for these things? Huh? What a scam. Nani? He's approaching my Skirk DPS. Wait, what is Skirk? What's your Skirk's DPS? But I would also say that your DPS is not minimum DPS neither, right? Your DPS is like probably quite comfortably above minimum DPS for 36 star, if I'm not mistaken. So like if I were to estimate, I would think like minimum DPS to 36 star is probably around 150k right now, if I'm not mistaken. So there's some room between there. Like you don't have to use the premium team in that sense, right? So what is this? Oh. Oh. Huh? Wait, what am I supposed to do here? Oh. Interesting. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here, but it's cute. Oh! Very nice. So you can like left click it. I see, I see. 36 star, honestly under 100k, I think. Under 100k? Okay, yeah. So, but it's definite. I think around 100k is probably like a good estimate. Because I'm hitting 30k, right? So 3 times my DPS does sound kind of correct. Right? 3 times my DPS. If I had 3 times my DPS, I probably could 36 star. That kind of makes sense, yeah. Ooh-hoo-hoo. Beacon in the long night. Wait, there's supposed to be chests down here. I would be curious to see like how close I can get to the 100k DPS if I like just add a C0 Columbina in there. Like basically like no other character I've added to my roster except Columbina. How much DPS increase would that be? Man, it would be so good like if Test Dummy can like be expanded so that you can like use characters you don't have yet. I think that would be the biggest one. But I'm pretty sure it won't happen because MiHoYo will like crack down on that kind of stuff. They're not gonna like actually allow you to test your characters in a controlled environment before you wish for them, I don't think. If we could though, that would be like super game breaking. How do I get up here? Maybe I wait for 13 seconds and I fly again. It's the only thing I can think of. Wait, I have Aurora, don't I? Meh. Meh. Which one is this one? This one? Not this one. This one. One top, two bottom. Oh, I see one here. Does the lunar treasure compass work here, or do I need a new one? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm guessing I will need a new one because it only like works once you like clear the meeting points, right? What is this? Whoa, whoa! Very nice. Usually regions exploration and quest first. Ah, okay, okay. Makes sense, makes sense. Ooh, what is this? Yeah, chest down there. It's so nice to like be back exploring again. Oh wait, this is a quest or something, or I'm rescuing something. What is that poor little guy down there? Are you okay, sir? No. How do I heal it? Oh wait, maybe I used the Kubaki to heal it, is that right? Is this a Kubaki I can grab? Maybe not. It's not. Maybe that one. Maybe we're there. I don't think Colobino by herself does much. She really wants in the Planet Llama. Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I was afraid of. Does this work? Oh, it does work. He stood up. Yo, we did it. We saved him. Wait. Can we capture him? I want to add more things to my teapot, you know, but I'm guessing he's not capturable though. Dang it. I saved it though. Mysterious sloth sheep. In other words, they look like goats on the outside, but it's actually fruit of some mysterious plant. After absorbing the seed core, resided through the fruit core to guide its movement and launch them towards the seed location. Oh. Oh, he's gonna follow me. Hey. Hit that thing, sir. Yo. Nice. Can I catch you? I can catch you. Thornback gecko. Right. Yeah, wait. Alright, I need to break this one. Break this one. Kaboom! Ooh. There's a Uhenki here. Oh, it's taking me somewhere else, actually. Oh, it's just taking me to this. That's it? Just some Mora? Come on, mans. Come on, mans. Oh wait, there's something here too. They love their duos, yeah, they really do. Hoyo, I mean, what's preventing people from using private servers that a lot of modders use? Actually, that's a good point. Yeah, I guess you could use a modded server and like test characters that way. If that actually happens, I might like actually like, because I feel like it's such a valuable thing, like to be able to like actually test like incrementally, right? Like you add one character to your team, how much does it do? And then from there you can actually like really maximize your pulls in the sense of only adding the most like, you know, usable character, the strongest character to your roster each time. Private server plus monster, it's not monster. Mini Astra World test time means the exact control of your account you can test with unknown. Yeah, exactly. You test with characters you don't. Wait, what is? Oh, is this guy a Nemo? Wait, this guy's a Nemo, right? Oh, it is an emo. Wow, I didn't realize there would be an emo one. Okay. Good thing I have the right team then. Didn't realize there were Nemo versions of these guys. Not that I know of. It seems Major Astro works offline servers plus keep yourself uncrowned, unowned characters. What did Satos die? Bro, why is he like running all the time? Oh man, don't tell me this guy's going all the way back. Oh, wasted all of my time. Come on, man. Come on, man. Alright, we'll just Tina Ryu out. Sick of this. Tina Ryu's taking over. Yeah, my DPS is around 30k mostly because Tina Ryu's hits are like around there. We need to run an offline copy to run a dummy. I see. Yeah, is there even an offline copy of Genshin? Does that exist? Does it actually exist? Or maybe someone created it. Frost Knight, Gory. I need more of those mats anyway, it's worth fighting those. Good treasure chest over here. Alright. Yeah, but I definitely would be super game changing. Then you can actually plan out like you can definitively say like which character like will help you the most. Hoyo has generally been like really bad about it. Like they've started like cracking down on, I mean they've not started, they've been doing this, but like they've kind of like they cracked down on a lot of leaks, right? And like sure, I get it, but like the point of like the leaking is because like people do need to plan for their polls. Look over there, what is this? Fortress, oh, it must be Pyramid, headquarters of the Lightkeepers. Oh, okay. Back to using FPS Unlocker. Wait, what does FPS Unlocker like actually help you in combat, or is it mostly just for like visual fidelity for you? I feel like it'll be a waste, right? Though, like, cause you already have like so much investment in the account. Are you like really not scared of it getting banned that way? Ooh. I would be terrified. Like, well, at least my account anyway. But like, I feel like if I lost my Genshin account, I would be so sad. I would just never play Genshin ever again. You know, like it would be very sad. It would actually be like a disaster. How sad it would be. Wait, this is Geo and... Oh no. We're not gonna clear this, are we? We're not gonna be able to clear this, are we? But we don't have Geo character right now. Oh, this really was meant to be like Lunar Crystallize. You were definitely meant to use Lunar Crystallize here. Theoretically, it does make it easier to perform certain sweaty combos like Mavica combos. Nice. But I don't do them, so it doesn't benefit me. Those Mavica combos are definitely very hard. Mostly for visual smooth and responsiveness. I was back in 60 FPS for a month and it felt sluggish. Standards are too high at this point. Can't enjoy a game at lower FPS. Oh my gosh, this guy is like... This guy's using stuff. This guy's using like some strange ability that I do not know what he's doing. I know I'm spoiled. I mean, at the end of the day, we are our own spoil masters, right? It's like once you've tasted like, you know, really high quality like fine dining experience, you suddenly like you can't enjoy like normal food again, kind of, you know. It's true for like almost anything really. If you treat yourself like every weekend to like something pretty fancy or like a steak, then like every weekend that you don't have it, it's gonna feel like feels bad, man. It's kind of like your standards go up, right? Your life standards go up, and then you can't feel happy with like your old life standard. You just gotta keep going up, and that's how you like you keep ending up increasing your life, your daily life expenses because you can't go back to what it was last time. But I think it's true for everything. Like you can't really avoid it. Like it's kind of natural that as you sort of age in your career, you know, if you have more income, you just generally can't afford a higher standard of living. It's just kind of sad that like your happiness level like now gets stuck. Your standard of happiness now like gets pushed up. You know what I mean? It would be nicer if your like happiness just increased without it like without it being tagged to like the anchor being tagged to like the higher point. You know what I mean? Like if only like you could experience like 30 FPS, still be happy with it. But if you're doing at 60 FPS, you just always feel doubly as happy. But it doesn't happen that way. Like you just kind of get used to it, and then your happiness sort of like goes down to like a status quo. And then if you go even lower, you just suddenly become unhappy, even though before like you were actually like okay with it. It's kind of weird. It's like you can't spoil yourself too much. You gotta like um treat yourself not every now and then but then like make yourself suffer so that you can be more appreciative of like when like things are actually really good. I'm not gonna put anyone out for playing 30 or 60, but I hate it when people say you can't see more than 50 FPS. My first upgrade was 60 to 75. It was a huge upgrade. Out of range, Kubaki energy. I mean, I can't see. I probably can't see the difference between 60 and above. Well, I mean I probably can, but I probably wouldn't like care too much about the difference essentially. Um, but 30 to 60 is definitely you can see the difference in 30 and 60. Um, but I also think like it's probably better for like certain games. Like I would say Genshin as a game, probably like I because it's how do I put it? Like it's like anime style, right? It's not like realistic style. I don't know how to put that, how to say that properly, but because it's not like realistic style, like it can sort of like get away with, you know, not necessarily having like the highest end like systems. I mean, it was built on Unity after all. I guarantee you'll see 60 to 120 at least. I think so. I'm pretty sure 60 to 120 would be distinguishable. I mean, literally doubling of the frames. I think if you double every time, you can definitely see the difference. But I think like some 4K, most of the 4K stuff, there are definitely some 4K or 8K stuff that come in as like 120. But usually I only see that. I probably don't really like see that on like videos that much, mostly because like both YouTube and Twitch throttle anyway, so you're not gonna like get a lot of that when you're like watching other videos. It doesn't matter what art style, as long as it's not VN or board game, FPS is always noticeable. Yeah, it's noticeable, but is it important? You know, is what I meant. Like noticeable is one thing, but is it important in the sense of like does it make like a huge difference, you know, like in the fidelity of the art style? Yeah, isn't doubling not the same from 120 to 240 to 60 to 20? I mean, in terms of milliseconds, it's a bigger difference. I think it's like the law of logarithms, right? You like similar to how sound works. Like for you to hear like one level of sound higher, you're actually like doubling the amplitude. Essentially, it's like a logarithmic thing. Um, so like like how do I put it? Like like we don't like if we feel like a linear increase in quality, you actually have to like double the quality, if that makes sense. What is importance? Personal enjoyment, probably competitive advantage. I mean, importance is like I mean, mostly it's like up to you, right? Like whether it's important to you, whether or not like you enjoy it or not. But I feel like for Genshin, like the gameplay isn't fast enough. You know what I mean? Like it's not fast enough to be like for me to be like I guess maybe in combat, like if you have a lot of particles, and I'm probably saying this because I don't have a lot of 5 stars, so I don't have a lot of particles in my combat either. Like you know, I could see like for a game like say for Wilds for example, if I was playing Monster Hunter Wilds, I could see the 60 to 120 like, hey, actually this is gonna make a huge difference for me. I could actually see that, but not for Genshin. You know what I mean? Like Wilds, I can see it because there's a lot more like uh the game does have a bunch of particles and like it does kind of feel a bit sluggish, like very sluggish, especially like at lower FPS. You notice things more. If it was supposed to be see stuff on screen during combat, actually have more information to work with, you notice things more. Yeah, but that is like a lot more important in a game like Wilds than like a game like Genshin, because you don't really need to care about what's going on the screen in Genshin. You just click buttons and EQ and like do your rotation right. You Gucci. You know what I mean? You don't really have to notice. There's no like small little details and like things you need to like um positioning doesn't really matter all too much in Genshin, right? You just have to like maybe notice when like the enemy is doing an attack and then you like run out and stuff. Maybe you iframe and stuff. That's about it. I could like in Wilds though, like it like you do have to like lock in. Yeah, you can't just like autopilot combat. Right, but Wilds can't even hit high FPS checkmate easy. True, actually true though. But then they will say like, oh, that's more of like a skill issue, a skill issue of your PC specs, I guess. PC skill issue. But yeah, I could definitely see like a game like. Oh, I was gonna play Where Winds Meet too. Like, I could probably see like a game like Where Winds Meet also. Um, although I never really played that game, so I can't really say it. But we'll play it at some point and we'll see. Yes, ball's probably more important, but what's the point of comparing the two when both benefit? Well, one benefits more essentially, right? So I'm not thinking so much about like the. I'm more thinking of like from a value in terms of like value, right? Like how much you get out of it. Also, what is this? Where am I? Where am I actually? Oh, this is like the Pyramida quest, isn't it? Okay, okay. But there is supposed to be a chest right around here. Also, did I collect this one? Man, see, I don't even remember if I collected this one. I think I did. This one was right around here. And I don't see it on my screen here, so I think I did collect this one on the way here. Okay. There's supposed to be one down here. Around here. I don't know anyone that solely plays Genshin and that's it, no other games. I mean, even I don't. Alright. I could see it being important in Dota actually. In Dota there's a lot of like small things that are like things move like really quickly in combat. But I actually think like even at high FPS you probably can't figure out what's going on in when things happen and when combat happens in Dota. And no matter how high your FPS game is, it's like literally impossible to figure out to completely process what actually is happening because too many things happen at the same time. It's like literally impossible to do it, even if you had like a million FPS. Your brain cannot process what's going on. Like it's just literally too much information coming in at once. So if that's the only game you play, the competitive advantage in that high war and a high-end computer. I mean, I could see like for Wilds, like if you were like the really. I think the other thing as well, like not just like in terms of like combat, right, but like immersion. But I think I usually that's why I mentioned like the realistic settings. Like if you play games with like really realistic settings where like you're really like immersed in the game, like you're like there's like you actually feel like you're in there. Maybe it's like a horror game or whatever you're playing. I think for immersion it can be like really really helpful, right? Because like in real life you basically see it. I don't know. You don't really see like an FPS in real life, but you would think of your IRL eyes as like, you know, infinite FPS, right? Like there's no delay and stutter in your own vision. So the less of that stutteriness you get in the game, the more immersion you experience. So games that are very immersive, I could definitely see that being, ooh, Tails carried by the North Wind. Tails carried by the North Wind. We're doing Genshin Book Club now. So many books I haven't read yet. Okay, where did this one go? Tales of a Snow Wind Goose. Wait, did I not have this one yet? Book not yet found? Scammed. Do I have to buy this from somewhere? Tales carried by the North Wind. Sylvester Petrovic Solove. Oh, Snezhnaya book. Sergei Semyonovich Mayakov. Why do you let the lighthouse fall? Yeah, some history of the Lightkeepers here. I think it's fair to say the majority of games benefit from high FPS, but they're just for competitive or immersion reasons. Yeah, I mean, I guess most games are like that. Like if you were, and this, for example, if you were playing like a game like Expedition 33. Alright, you could see that, or like even like any of the Final Fantasy games. Look at Book Dragana. I can't like pick it up. I have to look at it. I have to become a Lightkeeper. Good at suing and battle. Why can't I pick up the book? Check mail. Oh, this is Iluga's mailbox. This is Iluga's house. What? What? I was testing my favorite at 60, 90 to Is it possible to do certain things fast at 60? Typical at 90 and much easier at 240. Are there like really interesting combos you can do in Impact Third as well? That like just require like high FPS. I would say like, I guess besides the Mavica combos, I think Genshin is mostly playable-ish, even at 30. Alright. Moonlit particles, oh no. Mavica Skirk Nefir. Wait, does Skirk have pretty crazy combos as well? I didn't realize. Okay, wait, I picked up this one, so I need to make sure I pick it up. Because Skirk never. Oh, we came all the way to like this island here. With more of these for 2E things. I saw a C6 R5 comparison. Nefer is insanely above Malvika. I said so before Columbina released that she will overtake her, but not by much. Oh, but at C6. Interesting. C6 R5. But do you actually think C6 R5 is worth it though? I mean, at this point C6 is not even worth it, but like, especially R5 though, like... I mean, I can see like an argument for me at some point pulling a character at C6 R1, right? But I feel like R5 is just a complete waste of like 4 extra PDs. I don't know. I feel like R5 is like huge waste. Ooh, what is this? I guess I gotta grab them or something. I can't see R5 being like a feel good pull. Literally, like your weapon just gets like slightly stronger. Oh wait, gotta break this one too. I think everyone in the team was 6 R5, so naturally Llama and Convina were 2 and pulled team DPS higher. My Vika premium is being helped by support. Oh, that makes sense. That kind of makes sense, yeah. And you can also tell, like with the training dummy, you can actually see team damage now, like contribution from each of your characters. So I think that one's also like super important. You can really see how much wheelchairing is going on, you know, in certain teams. Is this a voice quest, Brushy? This is not, right? I'm thinking. Oh, this is probably not a quest I can even start right now, so it's probably fine. We just continue exploring. I hear a Lunoculi. There it is. Good thing these things make sounds. Jump down. I see it. I also see another one here. Cool, Mora chest and common chest. Yeah, don't call me, but I think the numbers are like 1.6 million DPS versus 2.1 million. Dang. I mean, once you hit a million, like at that point you're already clearing content like no other, right? At that point you're just like, well, I guess if you're doing Stygian Dire, maybe it matters in that context. I don't know if there's a minimum, what the minimum DPS for Stygian Dire is, but I mean, so this is basically confirmation that Mavica has been power creep. Is that right? Just how much of a power creep Nod-Krai has been? Yeah. Mavica actually power creep this time. Lamau. I mean, it was gonna happen, right? Everybody knew they were gonna be power creep. It was just a matter of when, not if. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So, I mean, with that context, it makes sense. And it's also not a matter of like if, but also a matter of how much. And I think the answer to the how much part of this is starting to be a lot. It's starting to be like a lot. The how much is like a lot these days. Probably like 30 to 40% every like new release, right? version not patch. Not really a matter of when, it's bound to happen in one patch, one version, yeah. But also a matter of how much it's... Yeah, I definitely like to see, like, if you come across any like power creep charts, I like to see it. Like people like actually start like truly in a controlled environment testing their old teams versus their new teams. And that's gonna be super useful. Piramida. Okay, wait, I need to see the map actually. Okay, so this one is the one I must avoid, right? Meeting Point Chronicles. Oh wait, actually this one is Nicole's meeting point. Is it? Can't actually tell. I think this one might be Nicole's meeting point. And then this one is probably the Moonlit Watcher, right? But I almost like triggered this quest when I was like trying to open this one. I was like 2 feet away from Iluga. I was really close to like proccing this one. Skirk is also being held by Mona or Shenhe, depending on who you pick as Forge slot. Yeah, I guess those don't really seem like high DPS on the off support. I definitely prefer teams though that are like less single carry dependent, you know what I mean? Like, I think the strongest team in the future will be like everybody doing DPS and like just resonating. Like maybe they all like buff each other and like they all just become like stronger because each of them are on the team. I feel like that's gonna be the norm. Let's see what this is. Got 2 Oculies, very nice. 1 here and 2 here. We're collecting lots of Oculies today. This one I think is on top though. Hidden under balcony, come on. Hyper carriers, literally what the Nod-Krai teams are right now. Is Flint's the main DPS though in these cases? But I mean like, it's kind of like the Malvika support team, right? Malvika doing most of the damage. Look at best Nefer of Flint. Pulsar is always not doing damage, so we are almost there. Yeah, exactly. Almost there. Imagine if all 4 slots do damage. That is the one. That is the goal. That is when we know we've really hit the power creep. And like so far, like we've had like the DPS and carry archetypes, right? Like, oh, this character clearly does the off-field DPS. This character clearly does the on-field DPS. What if? Okay, hear me out. What if they release a character, right? Sucrose 0.01 but I guess it actually at least like supports all the supportive Thrilling Tales and like VV or whatever. But imagine like if you have a character, right, that does super high off-field damage, has a very quick on-field burst rotation, right? Applies debuffs and buffs, and then there's 1 character, and then you have 4 of those characters on the team. Those are real numbers, by the way. Nice, nice. Columbina 25 and Endeavor 25 is interesting though. I didn't expect Endeavor to be like as contributing the same amount. But I guess like Columbina is providing more in the sense of supporting Flint's. So some of Flint's damage is really thanks to Columbina, and so on. So I think that's the only like sort of when it comes to like the calculation, you really have to calculate Flint's without Columbina, and then Flint's with Columbina, and then the increase that Flint's gets is sort of attributed to Columbina in a sense, or like a jointly attributed to both Flint's and Columbina's interaction variable. And if it does more in Columbina, C0. Ah, I see, I see. I mean, but you got C2 Columbina, right, Brushy? So is Columbina C6 worth it, you think? I don't even know what a C6 does, but would it even be worth it? What is this? Top of a ledge above. Oh, that one. Ito and Nefer and Columbina do the same. Ah, okay, okay. Got it. Wait, so Inefa at C0 does the same at Columbina at C2? Or do you mean Inefa at C2 does the same as Columbina? Is Inefa C0 in this scenario, or is Inefa higher cons, I guess? Or maybe Inefa's cons don't really matter, so it doesn't matter. Whichever it is. Inefa's always C0, ah, okay, makes sense. Completed after Iluga's quest. Okay, it means we're pretty much done here. I kind of feel a little bit like they've reduced the number of chests in the region. Do you kind of get that feeling, Brushy? Like, I feel like they've reduced the number of chests. I don't want to say recently. It's probably been an ongoing thing ever since like Natlan and like Fontaine. But I kind of remember like Liu and Inazuma having like a ton of chests everywhere. Maybe that's just me though. Maybe that's just because I was never like using the map for those. But I should have said at C2 Columbina, it never does the same damage as Columbina, yeah. Okay, I think that's what you meant. Oh, I thought that was what you meant, so just making sure there. Nima has a lot of chests? Okay, okay. I don't know, I feel like maybe there are a lot of chests, but they're not as densely packed as they might have been. Right? Like I feel like Liu had a bunch of like really densely packed chests everywhere, like, and like they sort of like moved away from that a little bit. Huh, there's a chest here. Look at interactive map. Yeah, interactive map does show, but I don't know, I just can't help but feel like if you go back to Liu and Mondstadt, don't you feel like the chest density was so much more? Like the number of chests in the area, in like a fixed area, was like a lot more. Like even Fontaine had quite a bit. Nod-Krai feels like the chests are maybe a bit more spread out, or maybe concentrated only in like certain areas. I don't know. Check it out and prove your theory. I know it's hard to say, but it might only be like a small difference, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm using the interactive map now, so it's like easier to find the chests and mark them off as I go. I think that land felt less dense. Yeah, I kind of have that feeling. I don't know why, but definitely can't prove it. But I'm sure if like you took this map and like slowly calculated the distances between chests, there's probably not a very major change, probably a very slight change in the density of chests that have been populated since like Natlan. Probably not a big change though. The new Nod-Krai region though is very dense. Oh, okay, okay. let's see what is here. Oh, actually, are there new flowers that I need to be planting? Is it this one? Pine Amber Seed? Is this something that Columbina uses? Wait, Columbina uses... Does she use Moonfall Silvers, or does she use like a new thing from this area? Bro, this guy is literally just the same guy from the Yue, they just changed his outfit. This guy just looks like he's from like Liyue. Like he looks very familiar, like a guy in Liyue. This guy too. The models are the same. They just change the outfits. This guy too. Oh wait, these guys are dead. Not dead, but dying. I need to revive them. Revive. Yay. Yeah, where is this spot though? Is it this one? Grab the yellow flower and shoot. Yep. Okay, we got that one. Oh, there is a chest like right here. Me is blind. These are just new flowers. Oh, okay, okay. We're gonna have to watch for the new flowers. I'm guessing I haven't seen the new flowers yet. Oh no, I'm getting tax ads now. All these ads asking me to file my taxes. Not like this. Okay, we're done here. I feel like there's something here. No? Oh, there's something here. Hello, Berina. We create a kind of bread. Gather some wheat. Oh, it's special wheat. Huh. Oh, this wheat, okay. How much wheat is there on this field? Okay, more like leaves and flowers. Oh no, what happened? Who's grabbing the wheat? No. Scammed. Catch this guy, mole rat thing. What? I got the ride though, at least. What? Oh my gosh. What is this? What are those? We got defecated on, skull emoji, true. Got shat on. But I'm not sure what actually. Was it this guy? Did this guy shat on me? Was it this guy? He actually just disappears. Should be just about everything. Let's get this to Berina. Hey, we got it. Fresh rye. Mushroom Phantasm? Oh no, is this a noble phantasm, but a mushroom version? Make Mushroom Phantasm? Oh my gosh. Sausagey? Nothing like a good... What is this? Make mushroom phantasm. I need to observe its. Uh-oh. Ooh, I got a delicious version. Very cool. Oh, I like this actually. I like that we can like figure out the oven timing. We should have more of these actually. Overcooked in Genshin. Like so much better than just like using a cooking pot and like doing stuff here. Delicious mushroom phantasm. I wonder what this one does. Okay. Noble mushroom phantasm. Still can't believe they made Lancer modern gaming a cool outfit from the OG scene and proceeded to not make him playable. Wait, what? Did Lancers in Star Rail? Wait, what? Oh wait, is it because he's in the story but not? Oh, I see, I see. Is it because he showed up in the story? I didn't realize he showed up in the story. Ah, I see, I see. Yeah, that's a kind of unfortunate. But I mean, like they can't like add every single one of the characters, right? That's it would be a bit too much if they added like all the characters. But yeah, definitely interesting. I guess they couldn't make the story work with just 2 characters. So look at his model, so cool. What is his model? Let's see, Lancer in Star Rail. Ooh, yeah, it is pretty cool actually. It's like a modern hip design too. Yeah, that is pretty cool actually. It'd be nice to who knows, maybe you guys will actually get him at some point. Also, where is this mushroom thing? It said cooked mushroom, but I can't find it in my inventory. We need a better way to search my inventory for these mushroom phantasm. I don't even know what this does. Mushroom phantasm. What does it do? It gives me revives a character and restores 1200 HP. Yo, that's a high rarity revive food right there. This one. Clink Clank Confectionery Cup. But then again, 1500 HP is like nothing, so even a high ranking one is like not very great. Mushroom Phantasm is a new bread. Everyone loves it so much it's never left in stock. I think I know how to make them. That's awesome. Could you make Mushroom Phantasm? Yes, I'll make one for you. I'll make you 3? Okay, sure. Just a one familiar aura. Woohoo, thanks my friend. Yo! We got a chest from making Mushroom Phantasm. Very nice. Very nice. Worth it. Some would say worth it. Okay. Okay. Got more of these flower thingies. Google Docs, what is this? General lore trivia? Ooh, what is this? Should do this Genshin trivia? Ooh. I'll probably get a lot wrong if this is lore trivia. This is a real test of my lore. Alright, well we can try this. Is this like a contest or what? Is there like a prize or enter your nickname smiley face? Okay, it's showing my like email. So I mean, let me just enter my nickname first. Don't like this showing of the email thing. Dude, it's still showing my email. Scam. I did horrible, it's okay. It keeps showing my email. Can I like not show the email? Bro. Okay, which members of the Hexen Circle are confirmed deceased? Select multiple? Oh, there's multiple? Anya is deceased, right? Anya M. I think Ivavnova is deceased as well. Jay is also deceased. The rest of them, they're not deceased. Prop in OBS. Getting scammed here, man. Like, okay, wait. Yeah, I don't think my crop is enough. I need to crop it even more thinly. This is sus though. I need to crop quite a bit here. Yeah, maybe not that much. 300. I don't know if it shows up at the bottom yet though. Wait, let me just quickly check. Let me close this first. I don't know if it'll show up again at the bottom. Okay, it doesn't. It's so dumb that Google Forms does this, by the way. Like, ridiculous. Where's my streamer mode? Who was a human lover of the Caribbean ruler of Old Mondstadt? Classic Dora. Wait, what? Venti's old bard friend? Wait. Vanessa? Wasn't it Amos? This is lore from Amos Port, right? I'm pretty sure it's Amos. I think it was Amos. Which location was used by the nobles of the Mondstadt aristocracy as an arena for their slaves? Bro, is this all the manga? I didn't read the manga. Should I go read the manga first? As an arena for their slaves. Old Mondstadt, Thousand Winds Temple, Dawnman Port. Probably not the port. Andreas' arena? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I mean, probably Thousand Winds Temple, right? Because of, I don't know. Get off the second monitor, Bubsy. What second monitor? There's no second monitor. The only thing on my second monitor is Genshin right now. That's why. Bro. The only thing on my second monitor is Genshin right now. A Thousand Winds Temple. I don't even know these answers, I'm just guessing. But who is the branch master of Adventurers Guild in Mondstadt? Cyrus, right? Cyrus is the branch master. Oh, was this from the Venti quest? I forgot his name. Like the legendary adventurer guy. Catherine. I don't know who Ludmilla is though. Who's that? In the manga, who were the three entities that Venti, remember, were also responsible for the creation of other distant words? Bro, there's so many manga questions. I didn't read the manga. This is scam, okay? This is not lore, this is just manga questions. You know what? Let me just read the manga and then I'll come back to this. This is not fair. Phosphorus, Kairos, Hesperus? I mean, it can't be Arya, Sonnen, and Canon, right? Because those are the moon goddess names. Nabu, Amun, and Arayani sound like Sumeru names. Pangu, Purusha, and Ymir? I don't know, man. I don't know what this, I don't even know this. There's no way I know this. Although I feel like I should read the manga now. I wish they promote the manga a little bit more. And then like What was the title of Friedricha? 3 entities responsible for the creation of other worlds. If I were to guess, if I were to guess, I was thinking it's either 2 or 3. Phosphorus, Kairos, and Hesperus sound a bit too sus to me. And I don't think they are creator entities either. I'm like thinking of one of these two. But I feel like this one's a bit too close to the Sumerian names. I'm gonna go with Pangu, Purusha, and Ymir. Sound more unknown enough. What was the title of Friederica in the Knights of Favonius? Friederica? Gunhildur, Jean, and Barbara's mother. At least it gave me a hit. Alder Knight, the Mist Knight. So Dandelion Knight is Jean's, so it can't be that. Breeze Knight sounds a bit sus to me. I can see Alder or Mist. Alder. Alder sounds cool. I'll go with that. Who was the White Knight in Mondstadt's history? Grandmaster Barca, Lady Vanessa, not any of those two. Bloodstained Knight. I think it's the Bloodstained Knight. Is there a gladiator? Also, what is this picture? This is not Genshin. Isn't this the what do you call him? Like the high roller guy in Star Rail? Yeah, Aventurine, that's his name. It's not even from Genshin, bro. What? Not even from Genshin. Scammed. Wait, I need to mark this chest that I just got. Blah blah blah. The song is called White Knight. Oh, it's a song? Oh, he made a song called White Knight. Oh, okay, so it's like a pun. I get it. They made a pun. Oh gosh. How did Boreas lose his physical body? He let it die willingly, lost upon becoming one of the 4 reasons due to reasons unknown, consumed in the Archon War. I think that makes the most sense. I don't actually know this. How did the Princess of Salvindagnyr share her visions? By telling them as stories. By drawing them in simple conversations, she never told them to others. Did she draw them? I think it was stories, right? I don't remember murals in Dragon's Spine. When Imunlocker went on his journey. Oh wait, I get it now. Because each of these, there's lore from like each of the regions. So this is focusing on the Mondstadt one. That's why it's all like the manga stuff. That makes sense. That makes sense. When Imunlocker went on his journey to find a way to break the ice and snow, what way did he find out from it? Find a way to break the ice and snow. What way did he find out from it? He found out about Crimson Agate. He found out about Phlogiston. That can't be right. He found out about Durin's power to repel the ice. Huh? Yep. Nothing. He came back empty-handed. Scammed. I guess it's this? Do the others even make sense? I don't know, man. I don't even know. Next. Okay, wait, just to be safe. Okay. How was Ashdaha born? Elemental crystallization, Geoslime and Geo Bishop infusion. I like this one. Geo energy interaction with Chasm's celestial nail. Huh. Remnant of the Archon War. No, it was formed from elemental crystallization. I think he says it himself in this battle team. He says like I was born from like the crystallization of like the geo elements. Um, where did the meteorite star that formed the chasm go? Got buried in the abyss, leaped back to the heavens, destroyed by the celestial and thrown into the ocean by Morax and the adept Tai. What's that? I don't even know. Destroyed. Was it a meteor that formed the chasm? I think it's one of these. It's either it got let back into the heavens or thrown into the ocean by Morax and the Adepti. I vaguely remember one of these being right. Well, buried in the abyss. I don't think that makes sense. Destroyed by the Celestial also doesn't really make sense. But if it got thrown into the ocean, then where is it now though? But I feel like that's probably the closest one that makes sense. Because deep back into the heavens also doesn't quite make sense to me. Maybe it did, I don't know. Is Rex the Peace a Morax and Adeptus? Huh? No? Who is Herblord of Churdu Vale? Herblord is Adeptus Fujin, I believe. Oh, this one was a while ago. The Herblord lore, I don't know if this was Herblord lore. I feel like they use it a lot of times. And I don't remember like when they use it. But I think it's the Fujin. If it's not Fujin, it's gotta be Ling Yuan. It can't be the other two, so um let's see. I'm gonna do very badly on this lore quiz, guys, just saying. Ooh, actually. Oh wait, is the tower the first quest, Brushy? Sorry, is going back to like the world quest. Is the tower the first world quest I'm supposed to do for like the Iluga thing? Or is the first quest I'm supposed to do like walking up or something? Do that first? Okay, okay. So the tower is the one I'm supposed to do first. That makes sense. Before Liyue Harbor was established, where did the people of Liyue live? The chasms outside Down City, let's go. Tsingce Village, Guili Assembly. Chenyu Vale. I like the chasms outside Down City though. Tower's voice? Oh wait, really? Oh shoot. Let me see. Is it voiced? Tower of Inversion or the other tower? Is there another tower? Let me actually check this. I don't want to like suddenly stumble into like. Doesn't say it's voiced though, the Tower of Inversion. Maybe there's a different tower. Oh, but it is Nightingale's song though. Is this really voiced? Nightingale's song? Let me quickly look up the video. Maybe parts of it are voiced and not all of it. Maybe that's why I'm not seeing the voice icon here. I'm watching this video, but it's not showing anything. I'm thinking of something. I was talking about the Nod-Krai big tower after the bridge. After the bridge. You mean Cliffwatch Camp? This one? There's a bridge here. This is the one. This one is definitely voiced because this one is the meeting point area. So that's what I'm trying to avoid. This one's probably voiced as well. Okay, okay. So we should be fine for this tower. This one, Tower of Inversion. Is there more Kanria stuff? Because it's inverted tower. Lol. Okay, wait. Where are we at? Where are we at? We are at. Who modified the Guizhong ballista? Cloud Retainer, Mountain Shaper, Streetward Rambler, or Zhongli? Oh wait, I should know this. I should know this. Wait, wait. Wasn't it Cloud Retainer? Actually, maybe not. It might have been Mountain Shaper. It was one of the Adepti. It was definitely one of the Adepti. Oh, this was a while ago. I don't remember this. I should know this though. I definitely remember this coming up. Honestly, the photo event that's going on right now is actually pretty fun. I kind of like the poses that they're making us take photo of. You can take pictures of poses that aren't just limited to requirements. Oh yeah, that is true. And they kind of give you like a little nice spot to keep doing that. Yeah, I think we'll just we actually don't need friendship points anymore because Sucrose got to friendship 10. So I just have to. I'm getting Gaming, guys. I'm getting Gaming this patch. I forgot. We are actually getting a Gaming this patch. So that's actually will be pretty good. Finally getting Gaming, and then I don't know. Hopefully, like the next couple. Alright, how much damage is Wait, I thought that was a Columbina here, but I guess not anymore. Gaming, gaming, or gaming. All of them. Gaming. Gaming, gaming, gaming. Gaming. Easy. Look at me carrying the team. Lamau. Xiaoming, let's go. Oh, I have to check my domains actually. I'm not sure if I haven't even done a lot of my weeklies this week because I was using all of my resin on like on the Stygian stuff. I guess I'm gonna have to use a lot of my resin tomorrow. I'm gonna have to use all my resin tomorrow for my weeklies. It's fine. That's fine.
接客さ。餌代を稼がないとだろ。行こう。次の目的地へ。誰かのために歌。 ないか、それとも恐怖を抱く勇気すらないか。剣に近い私と打ち合う。輝きは終わりですか。この燃え上がる炎で少しはまともになって。
I really like Columbina's wings though. They like actually look angelic, you know. I hope Nicole gets cool wings too. Waiting for Nicole's cool wings to come out. Whoa. Why is she not? Shouldn't she be resetting to this next phase right now? Why is she still attacking? Are we just staggering her so she can't go to the next phase? That's funny. We're just like staggering her too much so she can't like go to the next stage. Also, why are we fighting her? We've allied with her now. Come on, guys. Hajimari ni suginai. She dead. Nod-Krai been a disappointment. Everyone with wings can't fly versus Durin then Columbina. SMH indeed. Shake my SMH. SMH my head. SMH my head. Oh yeah, there's new weekly too. Whoa. Yes, boss, we will use. Get him! Also, technically, like, you can use Columbina with Skirk, right? I saw like a Columbina Skirk team. Even though there's no lunar trees, but still works. Oh, what was that? Yo, we got it. Gonna use one more transient here. Very nice. Alright, gotta leave the world. Alright, appreciate you guys being here. Go ahead and raid. Lucky. Alright guys, have a good night. We'll be back again tomorrow for some more shenanigans. Probably just be watching the football game, to be honest. But we'll see. Appreciate you guys being here. We will continue our exploration of Nod-Krai. And yeah. Take care guys. Have a good one. And let's go say hi to Lucky.